Pornoci. Mark Dixon after the opening day fixture against Tower Law that ended in a 2-2 draw. First of all, how was your feelings after that first game?
Disappointing, really, especially after the first half. I feel like we could have put 4 or 5 past them, just didn't take our chances.
2-0 up and pretty much cruising actually. They can't remember having the shot on goal until they got that goal back.
No, 1 chance, 1 goal, as you say. I mean, I know we scored 2 first half, but if you watch the highlights, you see how many chances we could have had. Well, we had. Just disappointing.
Second half, I have to give credit to Tower Law because I think they changed things up a bit, brought a couple of substitutes on, another one on when the lad over there went off. And I think second half they did a really good job on us, I thought.
Yeah, they worked hard. Not much to say about it. Really.
Was it hot out there?
It was hot, yeah, but we've done enough pre-season, we should be fit enough.
So
I think that the matches on the work great, but we clearly had the quality over them when we got it down and played. I don't think we played enough second half. If you watch how many goal kicks they had, I think we pumped it long a bit too much. First half when we were playing it across, switching side to side, created miles more chances. Second half, like wingers barely touched the ball second half.
Really quiet second half. That wasn't his fault particularly.
No, we weren't getting a service to him, we were playing too much. I don't know if when they equalised we were panicking a bit and just going route one rather than keeping to our game. But
I think where the change for them was in the middle. They seemed to have an extra man at some point.
Yeah, they dropped one in there.
Yeah, so they did the job in the second half. So
we should be prepared for that though. No matter what formation our opposition play, we should be ready for it anyway.
Right, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Well done. With his manager, Barry Oliver, after the debut game of the season against Tower Law, which resulted 2-2. Excellent start.
Disappointed. Absolutely disappointed. Thought attitude in the second half was shocking. Warned them in half time and that these would come out because we've given them a goal just before half time. And I knew they'd come out with a spring in the step. We just didn't deal with them second half, and we've got this tendency again about great attacking football, great flair going forward, and we've only got a couple of chances in the first half. We should have been 4-5-0 up in 20 minutes, and again I spoke to Chrissy Dickinson, Mahuchi, 4 or 5 touches, tippy-tappy in there instead of being ruthless. And you know, the best example I can give you, the Alan Shearers of the world, 1 touch and bang, it would hit the back of the net, and we've got to cut this tippy-tappy stuff out. And again, defensive errors, because I think they had 4 chances in the whole game and they've took 2. And again, the last 15 minutes we just never looked interested whatsoever. And it's not good enough.
First 35 minutes was so dominant. You could argue was there an opposition on the pitch at one stage. Once they got that goal back just before half time, it gave them a bit of impetus to go into the second half.
Well, it's given them something to play for when they come out at half time. You could go on 2-0 at half time and then they would be chasing the ace. But they've come into 2-1, they've gotten the point and they had something to play for. And it's a little bit the same scenario when we played Northampton last year. When I was speaking to Derek at half time, when they went 1-0 up, you know, they had something to play for, even the point, and they would have been happy with that. But today, you know, they weren't a good team. Good second half, they put the bodies on the line and they wanted to win the 50-50s. But again, defensive flaws, you know, not picking stuff up, and man-to-man scenarios, just not good enough. Certainly not, you know, I think with a mindset, because the way we played at Coxwell last week, and I warned them today, it's a different level now, this is the Northern League level. And again, 2-0 up, and I thought we switched off. I thought we just turned the light switch off, and we thought, this will be easy today. Well, it doesn't make a difference if it's Tower Law or however. You'll get punished on another day, and we need to learn from our mistakes now while it's early doors. On another day, we could have been 2-0 down, we could have been beaten 5-2 at the end, because last 15 minutes were awful, absolutely awful.
When they got to 2-2, they had a clear-cut chance there. 23-2 blazed it over, and I'm thinking I'll be happy with a point here. And
I agree. It's funny because Graham Puck, the assistant, said that. He said, "Would you take a point now?" Well, this is obviously you've got to take a point, yeah. But at the end of the day, why should you be talking about the point when you were 2-0 up and 3 points was in the bag? And that's the annoying part. And 4 or 5-0 up at half time, their manager's even said, he says, "You've had enough chances there to put 7 or 8 past for." And that's the killer touch, isn't it? I'm quite sure if their forward in our day was playing for us, I think he would have put them away. We've just got this casual attitude up top, and I think in this game you've got to be ruthless, and we've got to do it quickly now and deal with it now. again, that's defensive errors again. Silly mistakes, and it's allowed them back in the game. It's just disappointing. Opening day, good crowd, 2-0 up, and you think you couldn't have asked for any more, and then we shoot ourselves in the foot.
You think it was a bit one-dimensional at times, in as much as you've first 35 minutes, brilliant attacking football, switch off, but you can't get that back again. We're trying to get back again, and we're starting to play long balls.
Well, that's frustration, because obviously they got the goal obviously just before half time. We're naturally thinking, we could be in trouble here, it's 2-1, and to get back into your rhythm again. But they're always going to come at you, because there's an opportunity to pinch a point, even go for the game if they get the 2-2, and like you've just said, there's a chance there. Sometimes it is hard to get in the rhythm, but we've had chances again the last 10 minutes to put the game to bed. And again, you've got to take your chances in football, and as much as I talk about you've got to be ruthless, you do.
We spoke earlier to Mark Dixon, who was brilliant today, and you could tell he was frustrated, wasn't he? Disappointed, which it was just a good thing. Obviously proves he cares.
Mark again had a great game. He had a great game last week, and I've always said he was a big miss last year, and it's great to have his presence around. He puts his body on the line, and that's something I thought we didn't do for 25 minutes in the second half.
That period when they were...
They were in the ascendancy. They were winning 50-50s, and they were stretching a leg out and nicking little balls. But times were just switched off, and one of the alarming things is when we had a free kick down here, and Hutch had to do was just turn his shoulder side on. He was in and goal, but he's went back over and looked for a square ball on the edge of the day, and you think, on another day, Craig Hutchinson would have went square on, just went for the keeper and put it away. But that's the frustration. When it's not going for you, it's not going for you. But we've given them a point today. We're not going home with 3 points, and would have been a good start.
It's Tuesday night. We've now got Wycombe, then Saturday Blythe.
Yeah.
On paper, difficult games.
Always were when you look at the fixtures from the beginning. I've just spoken about the Wycombe game. We all know what they're about. We've seen what happened last year. They're in your faces. They're physical. They don't let you play football. And when you try to play football, they stop your rhythm straight away. And they do it well. And they're a little bit like Chester Street, if you're honest. They do it back to front very, very quick. Something we do not do.
Wycombe, it was about March, wasn't it?
We lost 1-0 up there.
We didn't get in the game for about 70 minutes.
No, we lost 1-0 again. I think the keeper was outstanding tonight. But again, it worries us about physicalities and why we're not in people's faces enough, and being that nasty side that we spoke about. We're not doing that. The Blythe game, obviously not a lot of people know a great deal about them. But if there's one thing with the Blythe game, they like to get the ball down as well. So it might suit us. But same again, we're talking about opposition. We need to look at our own game plan as well, and let other people think how we play, and this is what we're all about. And it's disappointing. We could have made a little bit of a statement of intent today by half time. At 45 minutes, people could have been checking the phones and thinking, "What? Yeah." But got the firepower, and Mr. Hutchinson. You've seen what Elliot do when he comes on with Dicko and Lambo. Whether they haven't clicked yet, I did make a comment the other week that it might be the end of March, the end of August before things settle. I think in this league, you have to get in the groove quite quick.
Do you think we put so much intensity in that first half? The second half, we tired a bit, physically and mentally?
Well, I disagree on the tired bit, because what I did say at half time, I thought we pulled them around quite a bit in the first half. And if there's one thing we're a fit team. I said to Pops funny up at half time, they'll never carry on watching us for fitness, because we are doing my lads, that's one of my 4 years fitness. But I kind of agree, yes, we look like we're tired. We'll put a lot in then, but we did that last week against Coxwell, but we did it for 90 minutes, back to front, straight away. And yet, they got the second goal and it was them. We were getting pressed higher and higher, and put us on the back foot. And you just think, it's not good enough at the end of the day. It's not the standards we set yet, not the levels we set either.
From your point of view, it must be frustrating, because there's kind of goals where we're 2 or 3 in. Now today we're 2-0 up and 2-2. There's no rhyme or reason.
But there's no end of the rhythm at the minute. Do you know what I mean? That's what you've got to look at. It's just frustrating that you think you're 2-0 up, game's in the bag, and then we switch off and we invite them on. Bring them on, and you've got to be really good to let teams invite you on and deal with them and hit them on the counter. But we invited them, so we came high and high up the pitch, and then we couldn't deal with it. And you've seen Gary was struggling at times. You know, do not deal with the long ball again. That's no disrespect to Gary neither. But little areas around the pitch, we just didn't pick up the big fella. I mean, where they played the three and the big lad, Soulsby, in the first half he played then and he dropped back as the three. But then the other big lad, he'd come and did his job and we didn't pick him off. And again, and they did it ever so well. You've got to give them credit at the end of the day. Just, you know, they've come here, they've got a point and they'll be happy going home. Will we be happy tonight? Remains to be seen with different attitudes, but I ain't happy, that's for a fact.
Do you think there'll be changes to the 11 on Tuesday?
You know, there was always a little bit of a game plan about Wickham because of the physicalities.
So irrelevant of today.
Yeah. Obviously Lee Jones was penciled to play today, but he had a swollen knee well before he started, and it was we're trying to protect him because he's been brilliant pre-season. And obviously I just hope he realises what we're trying to do. So we'll go up there. There's a little bit of a mindset. Maybe change one or two things to deal the way they play. Or do we give these lads a chance again to put it right? We'll think about it. We'll have a sleep on it for a couple of days. But you know, we can't sit on this now. It's after tonight, it's gone. It's just we're supposed to be having a night out tonight, and whether it be a good night or a bad night, it's at the minute it's certainly not a good day. So we'll take it from there.
Just to finish on last thing, I thought the fans were great because we should have won, but come back to 2 weeks. There was no rumblings or
no, I mean,
discontent.
There shouldn't be on the opening day.
No.
It's a learning curve, and for them as well. They've seen what we've put together over the summer. They haven't had that type of stuff. What we've put together, new signings, new strip, and everything. And again, you know, the place was full again at the end. But that's what we want to do here. We want to see that every week, and the feel-good factor is great here. I've always said these are the best fans in the league anyway.
127, I think it was today, which I think is pretty good.
To hear it, you know, when we scored the second goal, it was extremely loud, and that's
that was me.
Was it really? Right, well, I thought there was a train going by, but no. Again, the fans are fantastic, but that's what we're here to do, though, entertain the fans. And you know, I've always mentioned the word identity here, and that's what it's all about. Bringing this club and giving it an identity back, and hopefully touch wood, you know, myself and Graham can do that. But it's a harsh reality is that we'll have to have a rotation in place, so be it, until we get the right formation and everybody's on the same page book. And that was hence the reason why we had the club meeting last night, and I couldn't have been any more plainer at the meeting last night that players who come to this club need to be fully committed. And I just thought in the second half we lost our way a bit, and it's not alarming, but I just think we need to realise we need to put our bodies on a bit more, and I would like to think the fans will want a bit more. Great when we're going forward, yeah, but you can't keep shooting yourself in the foot like that.
It's never dull here though, Barry.
No, it isn't. I totally agree with you. But you know, I came here for a reason. You know, I want to win things, whether it's a friendly or a five-a-side game. I want to win things, and I want to win things for this club as well. And touch wood, you know, hopefully we'll be up and onwards after the day. And you know, we haven't been beaten. It's a point in the bag, but it should have been 3, and we could have been sitting pretty here today.
Wickham Tuesday, if we win that.
Might be a different story if we win on Tuesday, yeah, but it's a long season as well, isn't it? And that's what I need to remind the players. I think we've got a thing where we play well or we pick 3 points up, we've got a mindset we've done the job. It's a long season, it's 50, 60 games and sometimes round, and you need to realise that. One game's gone by midnight, we move on to the next one, and that is the mindset we're trying to get with the players. You know, there's been lads on the bench today who will be thinking themselves, I think I deserved the game. When you look at it, yeah, but could you have been a game changer? Would have changed the game to what we thought, right? No, it's just we've got to look at ourselves as a group. Are we all happy with that? I said to the players, you know, I should be wanting that dressing room. It should be like a pin drop. Hopefully, you know, things are starting to get that way. But we'll move on. It's a point. You know, we haven't been beat, but on a better day, we'll pick the 3 points up.
Thank you, Barry. Cheers.